Yet one more hit from Best Buy. Let's go. Another one straight from the shelves of Best Buy, the Kenwood KFC 651 at a price of $64 for a pair and 100 watts RMS. Is this beautiful brown speaker any good? Let's take a look. So let's look at the frequency response of this speaker with the tweeter. This is the only measurement I have with said tweeter because I blew both of the tweeters up doing some testing. My bad. But overall, the frequency response for the mid-range, mid-bass area looks fairly flat. It's very nice. The tweeter takes over at oddly 1300 hertz. It gets a little bit dicey in the higher end. This speaker is going to be very screamy, very bright. So keep that in mind. In order to reduce the low-end distortion on this speaker, I set a high-pass crossover of 107 hertz. Overall, the frequency response of this being just the mid-range, since this measurement is without the tweeter because it blew up, response is really nice for a mid-range. I kind of like it. You know, it's very flat. There's a little something going on here, but, you know, it extends all the way up to 3700 hertz. So it's pretty good. 110 decibels is reached using 56 watts of power. At 110 decibels, the distortion it's all right, from 5 to 10%. So for a $63 set of speakers, being pretty loud, it's not so bad. At 100 watts of power, distortion rises over 10%, hitting 20% in a couple spots, but overall, for $63, that's not too shabby. This is a very sensitive speaker, so looking at a 90 decibel rating and average listening level, it only takes less than a half a watt to reach 90 decibels, which is pretty cool. And distortion, of course, at half a watt stays under 2%, which is very respectable, but very 90 decibels. So the Kenwood KFC 651 at $63 a pair. This isn't a terrible speaker. If you need a coax to replace a factory speaker in your car, I think this is a good option. With a great frequency response, fairly flat, and distortion fairly well maintained, even at the RMS value. So head to Best Buy and get you one. Peace.